Facebook page from Kelly. She says there is a moisturizer with bronzer in it. Come on, we all knew that?
But for men,
we said shampoo with bronzer in it.
Yes, I use it regularly. It works rather nicely.
Yeah, of course. I mean, obviously a bronzer has moisturizer. It's like that's what you do.
What do you mean, obviously?
I think that's like
after you bleach your butthole, you've got a bronze.
It's like when you're eating a sandwich and you need to lubricate it, you put mayonnaise.
Okay, this conversation's getting weird.
So how else are you going to put the bronzer on without something to locomotionize it to your skin? You got to have the moisturizer.
Oh, my goodness.
The moisturizer puts it on your skin.
What he said.
I'm pretty sure there's another sound drop in there that we just don't have right now.
About bleached buttholes?
No, moisturizer is putting lotion on the skin.
Puts the lotion in a basket.
Great. Thanks, Todd. We needed that. Okay, so, by the way, Malibu Film Festival's films, charity events, and special programs continue to evolve in support of the arts in your community, and you can help by becoming a sponsor of the Malibu Film Festival. Donate at MalibuFilmFestival.com/donate. That's MalibuFilmFestival.com/donate, and you can find out about some real art, not the stuff you're watching tonight. But, Todd, tell us about the things that freshmen need to know.
So, apparently, there's a college, and they decided to come out with a list. I'm not sure. I think it's more for the teachers than it is for the students. It's kind of it's Beloit College. They come out with their list. Apparently, they do it every year. Their mindset list for 2020. It's basically the students that are going into college, and they're telling the teachers the kind of things that are kind of off their list of cultural touchstones. Say things that you and me as old people, we just know.
Wait, what? Did you just call me an old person?
Oh, yeah.
That's probably true. But anyway, go ahead.
So it has things like Bill Clinton has never been known as the president. He's always just known as Hillary's aging husband.
Do they know anything about Bill Clinton at all?
No, which is why they wanted to vote for Hillary.
Yeah. I was looking at the list that you have here. I like the fact that they've never licked a postage stamp. That one's inconceivable to me. Inconceivable.
Yeah, you want to write a check and put it in the mail? Yeah, obviously they've never licked a postage stamp. What's the point?
Or had to write that.
Banks have always been on plastic.
Write your name in the return address line. Never done that, I'm guessing.
What's a return address line?
Okay, keep going there, Todd.
And then it has things. It has a lot of kind of weird stuff, you know. That's say there has always been a digital swap meet called eBay. So they've never known a world without eBay.
Well, let's face it, they've never known a world without the internet.
Yeah, exactly. Anything, any website you can say they've.
Well, but that is interesting though, because there was a time where you had your indoor swap meets, or if you went far enough south, you had Slauson. That swap meet was legit, bro.
He's talking about actual swap meets.
Some rims, some Levi's, and some good socks.
Do you remember when swap meets used to be held at drive-in movie theaters?
What's a drive-in?
Yeah, I was going to say, who knows what a drive-in movie theater is anymore?
Yeah. Why would you go to a movie theater? Don't you just stream it?
Kids have
That's true, right.
They've never heard Harry Carey try to sing during the 7th inning at Wrigley Field.
Again, probably never even heard of Harry Carey.
Yeah, who the hell's Harry Carey? I don't know. That's just me. I'm not a sports guy. I know he's like a baseball announcer, but that's about all I know. I think the only reason I know him is because of the Will Ferrell impression of him.
God, how long do you suppose it'll be before nobody knows who Vin Scully was?
Give it a couple of years.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
West Nile has always been a virus found in the U.S.
Speaking of Vin Scully, how many people don't know who Casey Kasem was?
Vladimir Putin has always been calling the shots at the Kremlin. Well, that's that's just kind of being uninformed, because that's only been the last couple of years, right?
No, he's been in the Kremlin for a while.
He was the president, if you will, of Russia once before.
Yeah.
He's actually on the return trip this time around.
Yeah. Cloning has always been a mundane laboratory procedure. You can always clone stuff, right, guys?
Oh, yeah, totally.
SpongeBob SquarePants has always lived at Bikini Bottom.
What are you doing,
I'm
CJ?
adjusting in my seat.
Adjusting his bleached. Never mind. Serena Williams has always been on top of the Grand Slam.
Huh.
Yeah, Billie Jean King's probably something.
Billie
they've
Jean
never heard of.
what?
Yeah.
So they probably none of them know who Monica Seles was.
Isn't that Thomas's cousin?
You guys are just proving how old you are.
Who?
Thomas, that's his cousin. Monica.
That's an inside joke, by the way, in case anybody's wondering, scratching their head on that one.
All right, anyway.
They have no memory of Bob Dole promoting Viagra.
Oh,
With a pencil in one hand.
boy. Yeah, him and McCain should run together.
I'm not sure how that's relevant anyway. I mean,
Yeah,
it's-
there's a lot of just weird stuff. It seems very off the wall stuff. I mean, what kind of teacher is bringing this up in math class anyway?
I did like this thing about how proud parents recorded their baby's first steps on camcorders mounted on their shoulders like bazookas.
What?
Yeah. Well, don't you remember those gigantic old VHS camcorders that were like so
Oh.
big they were basically the size of a
Yeah.
television?
Yeah,
They're bigger
yeah.
than the modern television studio camera.
Yeah.
And you actually had to carry the Porta-Pack deck
On the side of it, yeah.
because the tape didn't go in the camera.
I'm knocking stuff around.
War films have always shown horrific battle scenes inspired by Saving Private Ryan.
Huh.
So, Battle at Midway, which is one of your favorites, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
That's not going to sell today.
No, definitely.
And it's probably too historical, number one. Too patriotic, number two.
Even though from a historical standpoint, the footage that they used was actually way off anyway.
Yeah, well.
They have a weird one on here. I'm not even sure if I know what this means. Deceased men have always been able to procreate. Are they just referring to like...
No, the fact that you can have your sperm frozen
save
and
sperm.
Yeah.
That's such a weird way to say it, though. Why does it have to be
Because
dead?
it's kind of rude to say dead men.
You can't just say old and impotent?
No, because like you have your sperm frozen, like if you know you've got a terminal illness or something like that, you freeze your sperm so your wife can have a baby at a later
I
date.
guess it cuts out a lot of the middleman when you're saying, oh, he's old and impotent and he can't get it up anymore. Grandpa can't get it up, but he can still have a baby.
You know, Grandpa can't get up.
Because he's dead.
Because he's dead, yeah.
yeah, I guess we still know people still know about that one about falling and not being able to get up.
Nobody knows that. Nobody knows where's the beef.
Here's the beef.
Huh. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty sad.
Yeah.
Now, a weird one here. They have always eaten irradiated food?
Microwaves.
Yeah, microwaves. Come on, man.
I thought it was like a Fallout thing.
Well, microwaves, and then also, but that's been for a while too, because they before you even buy the food, they irradiate it. Organic
Yeah, well,
is
that's
a
true
fairly
too.
new
Yeah,
thing.
they do that to a lot of food to actually kill off
Pretty
bacteria.
much anything
in
that
it.
comes in a package.
Yeah. Now here's a trivial thing that most kids don't know, and you probably have no clue about this either, Todd, because you're just young and younger than us. Do you know what the first microwave ovens were referred to as?
No.
They're starting to use that term again, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They called them radar ranges.
No,
Because yes, they did.
I'm just playing with you.
And the reason for
Nobody's
that
calling them that.
was,
I'm
of
just
course,
messing with
the fact that they were actually developed while they were doing military testing on radar, and this guy, this scientist,
a sack of corn?
no, he actually
got
no.
popped.
This is a true story. He actually had a bar of chocolate in his lab coat, and he stepped in front of the radar beam. And when he got on the other side of it, he realized that the chocolate was completely melted in his jacket.
And he was rendered completely impotent.
Probably was, yeah. Probably never
you.
procreated.
He grew a third nipple.
But yeah, that and a new way of cooking was born.
Jeshma says, who's Harry Carey? A Shigfoot?
What's a shigfoot?
Yeah, what is
I
that?
don't know what that is. Now she's
you
coming
know,
up with stuff that
Yeah,
we don't know.
you were
that
good
must be
with
something,
chump. You went out with the Shigfoot thing.
That must be something the kids are talking about these days. Is that what's lit? Is that what's... You gotta be
Don't-
you gotta be woke.
Don't
Get woke.
don't do that, Todd. You know,
Bro.
and I hate to tell you this, you may be a little younger than we are, but you're still too old for that.
They have never known a world that you don't have audiobooks on audible.com.
Wow.
Here's
Once
an
again,
interesting
that's
one.
any
You know, it's
website.
actually pretty, when you think about it, it's pretty fascinating that libraries still exist. Now, a lot of them have...
Hey, well, wait, give Trump
improved.
a little bit more time with the white supremacists, and you know that could all go by the wayside.
white
What does the
supremacists
white
hate
supremacist
books?
have to do with it?
Don't you remember what the Nazis did in Germany?
No.
Yeah, they burned all the books
They like to burn things.
because knowledge is power.
You know, I was watching. Well, like we'll talk about it later.
I did hear
interesting stuff.
some interesting headline talking about, there's the generic headline that millennials are killing industries, this and that. They're killing, but they're actually saying that millennials are actually visiting libraries much more than previous generations.
Probably to laugh at their parents. Like, you actually had to use a card catalog, and what's microfiche?
Now, it's probably because they still live with their parents, so they need some time away.
And they get Wi-Fi
Yeah, free Wi-Fi, you get to
and
hang
computers.
out, air conditioning.
You
Your
can get
Your
some-
mom's not bothering you about getting out of the house
How
and
many
getting a
people
job.
in this contemporary society live without air conditioning? I'm just curious.
Oh no way.
I just got air conditioning last year. Or this year.
Okay, we got the answer to the Shigfoot.
Okay.
So the question was, who is Harry Carey? A Shigfoot, and a Shigfoot is a female Bigfoot. I think that's one of those new transgender terms.
Missed it by that much.
Still doesn't make any sense.
Shigfoot. Shigfoot.
That'll be the
Bigfoot,
day.
Shigfoot.
Yeah.
That's-
No, it's
You gotta pop your arm back in the socket there, Jarshamur.
yes.
Yo, yo, yo! What's for breakfast?
Oh, what was that?
That's about as non
was
sequitur
way
as the
random.
Shigfoot thing.
No, I like that. That's the thing. Shigfoot.com. I'm buying that domain.
While Chads were hanging in Florida, they were potty training in all 50 states.
Wow.
Interesting.
Wow. So as far as I know, Al Gore did invent the internet.
And you spell potato with an E.
No, that was the previous election, wasn't it?
Doesn't matter. It's still Al Gore.
No, that wasn't Al Gore. That was Bush's compadre.
No, that was Al Gore.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
It was not.
Look
what
it
was
up.
that guy's name?
Why don't you, hey, millennial, why don't you Google that?
John Elway and Wayne Gretzky have always been retired.
Yeah, I don't see how that's really important one way
Because
or the
those
other.
two are like the greatest in their respective fields, except now people would give it to
That's
that
like
Patriots
those
guy.
people probably, the millennials also believe that Kobe was the greatest basketball player ever.
They have never seen a
Dan
billboard
Quayle. It was Bush's running mate.
Quayle was the one
Yeah, it
who
was
said
Quayle.
potato with an E?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Famous.
That was
American
they were
potato.
running against Clinton at the time.
I
That's
was
when-
pretty sure he spelled it right.
Oh, it wasn't Clinton. Was that Clinton?
You were, I wouldn't go around admitting that, Todd.
They have never seen a billboard ad for cigarettes.
That's interesting.
Is that's everywhere in America? You can't have a cigarette ad?
Right. That's
Because I know I'm always...
Well, I don't know if it's everywhere because on the way to Vegas, they have those big old giant signs. I think in Vegas, all bets are off, man.
you know what's
No,
interesting?
I feel like I haven't seen any
You-
cigarette
I've
ads.
seen a Marlboro one.
we
somewhere.
we were doing the show
It
back
might not have been recently.
when they actually started doing hard liquor ads on television again.
Yeah, they started bringing them back.
Yeah, so technically we actually existed in a time before hard liquor ads on TV where you didn't see Tanqueray commercials on TV. We actually covered that on a show.
Couldn't see the... shoot, what is that? That other malt liquor mixed drink?
40?
Before...
4 Loco?
Schlitz?
No. What's that?
Colt 45?
That fortified liquor that tastes all sweet.
Mike's Hard Lemonade?
Yeah, kind of like
Fortified
that. Before
liquor
that,
takes all sweet.
it's like
Moonshine?
A, it's like a
I don't know.
malt-
What are you
like
drinking?
malt
Marbles and
liquor.
James or something?
Yeah, like that. Or
Wine coolers.
yeah, it was like a wine cooler.
No, there was another one, though.
There was like
Boone's
a
Farm?
specifically.
No.
That-
Was it? It wasn't a Budweiser one, was it? I don't remember.
Why are we sitting here trying to figure this out?
Because we're thirsty.
This show's going down it's a good thing there's only 3 minutes left in the show.
Anyway, you got any other good ones you saw on there?
There's something we already talked about the whole library issue because there was a discussion. There was a line here about how Google is their encyclopedia set.
That's kind of scary when you think about it. That's really scary. That's really scary.
Instant trayless ice cubes have never been a novelty.
Instant trayless ice cubes.
Yeah, the things that just come out of the fridge.
So it's just
And you
like
don't have to put
an
an ice tray in?
maker.
Oh. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's true. They probably never had to actually crack an ice cube tray.
Yeah, I'm still doing that. 'cause
Yeah,
I'm
I
poor.
still do that.
I don't have one of those fancy fridges that I can punch in the temperature I want the water to come out at. Not like you, Joe.
peregrine falcons have never been on the endangered species list.
What's a peregrine?
Thanks,
What?
Obama.
Now that's obscure.
So they're saying this obscure animal was on the endangered species list, and now it is no longer on the endangered species
Yeah, I think
list.
that's what they're saying.
While I'm sure there's 100 other species that have been completely extinctified.
Extinctified?
Yeah, extinctified. Look it
yeah,
up.
like this show.
Google it. Google it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, it's time for us to be getting out of here. So, thanks for that interesting list, though, Todd. I mean, I don't know where we were going with that, except that it made me feel that much older, and I really didn't need any help.
The Bada Bing, Tony and Carmela Soprano and the gang have always been a part of American culture.
Huh.
Boons.
Okay.
Is what?
That's what I said. Boone's Farm.
Oh, never
I
mind.
said that
My
earlier.
bad. Oh, Zima.
Zima. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the
Thomas.
thing.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Thomas.
So, we have